How about
Okay.
some stuff about Wing Dad? What's going on with Wing Dad? You're a grandfather, right?
Yeah,
Tell us about Wing Dad.
Wingdead. My son Nick has a band. It's not really active, called Girl Problems, and he and Charles, his band partner, did an album a couple of years ago that I think had 10 or 12 quite funny and quite good songs about the, about girl problems. And to promote it, they decided to do some videos. So I got to play myself in one of the videos where I come into Nick's room and I say, "Hey, mom and I are worried about you. You're not married. You don't have a girlfriend." And I show him my book, How to Pick Up Girls. And I say, "You might try some of the techniques in the book." And he does. And through, through some really mishaps, he finally gets a girl. Uh, and so the video seemed to do pretty well. Got a lot of play. So we began doing these little 4 or 5 minute videos with me helping him, often in a kind of pervy way, um, try to be funny. And you can see them on YouTube. We built up quite a following. We haven't made one in years. The pandemic came along, and we just didn't want to put 8 people in a living room for a couple of hours and shoot. Um, And there's lots of extremely attractive women in the videos. One of them, Kelly Ben Simone, is a friend of my son's, and she's in many of them. So they're only 3 or 4 minutes long. I think they're pretty entertaining.
I think
Um,
your son should connect with Michael over here. That would be pretty interesting. Get some
yeah,
social circle things going on, make some new reels. You're pretty active on Instagram, right?
me?
Yeah.
No, Facebook. Facebook actually. Older. I
I
post a lot. I post a lot on Facebook, political stuff, nothing to do with picking up girls.
But I was checking out your Instagram just yesterday, and there was some I can't remember how long ago they were, but they seem like in the last few years, maybe, or maybe
Yeah,
a few months ago. And
actually,
there's
I
some tips in there.
yes, yeah, yes. You're right. My nephew does that for me. He comes in and interviews me, and I give a little 1 to 2 minute lecture, like be funny. I sincerely believe this to be true. Women love funny men. If and you probably think, or many guys think, but yeah, but I'm not funny. Go online, listen to comedy records, watch funny movies, watch funny stuff online. It'll bring out the natural inner humor in you. You'll start viewing life so grimly. And because if you get super serious about picking up women and you get very grim and intense about it, you're going to implode and you're going to do really poorly. Women love funny men. Find your inner funny self. That's one of my pieces of advice.
100%. I agree with that because there years ago I wasn't that funny. Like I would be funny to my family and whatever, people close to me.
Yeah.
But outside of that, not so much. And then you're absolute I did exactly what you said. I went on YouTube, I binge watched a load of stand-up comedy,
Yes.
what do you call it? Not spontaneous comedy, but there's a different word for it. And then after really watching a shitload of these videos about a comedy, I started to become way funnier than I was. And I even tried stand-up comedy a few times too. And my first show, the really experienced comedians who were there were quite a lot of comedians there that day, said I did extremely well for first try. And their experience the first time they went on was horrible compared
Right.
to mine. So I was like, oh, this seems pretty promising. And then I got big-headed about it, and my second was a real dead one. So that one didn't work out so well because it didn't prepare anything really. But it worked out very nicely the first attempt, the first gig
Yeah.
I went to.
You,
So
you know,
absolutely.
you have a funny way about you. A naturally funny way about you.
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't know
just
whether
look
it's
funny.
no, no, no. You've got a little smile, a little twinkle.